Because for a place like that, right, something that's asking $250 million, someone's going to buy it. And that person's not going to even know that they wanted to buy it. They're going to make the decision once they find out about the property. And they're going to say, let's go see that. That thing looks crazy. They know they can afford it, but they're not like house hunting. You know, it's not like they decided, honey, we need a new 7-bedroom in New York, budget somewhere between 20 million and 500 million. Like, that's not how people think. These properties are always sold, you know, they're sold typically spur of the moment. Like, I sold a house in Palm Beach last year, pretty famously, for just under $140 million. And I met that guy on a Tuesday to find things in New York City. We've decided to look in Florida randomly on Wednesday. We flew to Florida on Thursday. We were in contract on that place by Friday, and the budget he gave me was plus minus 20. And so I showed him a place that was asking 140, and he walked around, and then I showed him other things that, you know, I thought he was going to potentially buy. He hated them all, bought that big one.
How does it work if he wants to buy here and just like on a whim is like, no, I'm actually going to move to Florida?
Because
how does that happen?
When you're worth, yeah, I know. Yes. For us, like, stressful, right? Like, what am I going to do? Go tell my wife, hey, babe, by the way, we're moving across the country. Like, you know, but for somebody like that, you know.
Like, what changed?
It was a conversation that I had with him about, like, the necessity of being in New York at the time, right? Like, you're looking in New York City. It's an interesting market right now. You need to be here? No. And he said he didn't need to be there. And so he kind of sparked that initial convo. He's like, listen, we're everywhere. We're kind of all over the place, but, you know, we're coming back to New York. I think we should probably get a place. Oh, you should probably get a place. Could you work from anywhere? Yeah, I could work from anywhere. And we had so many clients that I was selling to in Florida. We were doing deal after deal in Florida. I was like, have you ever thought about Florida? He's like, I don't know. Like, Miami. I'm like, no. You don't have to go to Miami. Like, what about Palm Beach? There's a lot of finance types who are in Palm Beach. It's like, oh, maybe, you know, potentially, like, you know, you should talk to your accountant like about the potential tax savings. It's the beginning of the year. If you declare residency there, I don't know how much money you make, but New York City tax, I mean, you're going to save
10%, right?
More, right?
How much is the tax here in Manhattan?
So
is that on top of the state tax?
New York State and New York City tax, I think you end up saving somewhere between 13 and 15%.
Wow.
So it's a lot, right? And so, and everything all included, right? And because then you got New York City property tax and everything combined. And so it ended up being this massive tax savings. And so, yeah, so that those things can happen really, really quickly. It's the $2 million buyers that'll look for 3 years.
Now I'm curious, when you decide to fly to Palm Beach, do you guys get in a private plane? Do you book like first class or like?
Sometimes I can catch a ride. Most times I catch a ride. But to be completely honest, like, you know, I love all my clients equally. But if I'm going to fly with you and it's private, like, there's no movies. We're not getting, like, yes, there's a flight attendant, right? You're there, but like, they're there, and now I have to sit here for hours, and we are just going to talk. And sometimes that's good. Sometimes it's like, I got to think about what to talk to you about. Like, how am I going to talk to you about real estate and then you're going to ask me all these questions. What if I don't know the question? Like, it's a lot. So on that one, I met him there.